is Stephanie Gomez, and I'm going to be discussing about my experience during my 60 observation hours at Collins Elementary School. I just want to say first that this was a great experience for me, and it really opened my eyes and helped me get a better picture of what it is and how it feels to be in a classroom. I do work at this school, so I already knew who the teachers that I was observing, I already knew who they were, and who most of the students were. I had worked with some of them already before doing my observation. But it was great to see and observe the different teaching methods that each teacher had, and they were totally different from each other. Collins is a K through 5th grade school in the Paramount School District. I have been working here for over a year, and I have become very familiar with the staff, with the students, and with the different rules that they have. Like when the students are running in the hall, we say walking feet, or when you ask a student if they agree with you, they show that they agree. They all show the same way. It was a great experience being able to sit down and actually observe the two teachers, because they both have different teaching methods that I would like to use in my class. But my goal is, after getting my credential, is to teach Spanish at a high school level. That is actually what I wanted to do. For my observation was to go observe a Spanish teacher, but unfortunately that didn't work out. So I decided to observe the school that I work at, and they were happy and grateful that I was observing them. And so was I. I was still able to observe some amazing techniques that the great teachers use and that I would like to use also. So for the first hour of observation, I did go into Mrs. Lee's kindergarten class. During that time, she was working with them on the foundational reading skills. So as soon as I walked in, they did the Pledge of Allegiance. She read them the agenda, so what they were going to be doing every hour, which I thought was great because the students know what they're going to be doing each hour and they won't be confused, and it helps them be organized. And after that, the students stand up from their desks, and they recite the alphabet. So they say a, apple, b, bat, and so on. And then she makes these hand gestures. So for egg, she makes an egg shape. For volcano, she makes a volcano shape, so that the students can memorize the sound and the letter also. After that, she explains to them what the vowels are. So she tells them that there's 5 vowels, and she sings them songs, so it's easier for them to memorize. After the vowels, she goes over and tells them what day it is. So she sings them a song for the months, and then she tells them, okay, so today is the 23rd or whatever, and she tells them the year, and then she tells them the actual date. So today is Thursday, and so on. And the students do recite it with her. They do know what day it is, so I know that they're learning as well. After that, she does go over their high frequency words, and she lets them know that these are the words that they have to memorize. So these are not the CVC words that they usually sound out. So instead of saying bat, they won't be able to do that with these words. They have to actually memorize them, as they don't follow the rule. So after that, she sends them to the color coded carpet. So each student has our table has a different color code on their carpet. So she sends them there, and she reads them a big book, and it's big enough so that they can see the pictures and the words, and she's very articulate, so the students are able to hear each sound and understand which word or which sound makes each letter, or like that. And she explains to them that what an author does, what an illustrator does, and she also tells them that whenever she's asking for a question, she wants to hear a question, not a story. A lot of the students like to tell stories when she's asking for questions, and she just wants to let them know that she doesn't want to hear stories when she's asking for a question. Then Mrs. Lee reads her students. She sounds very articulate, and she reads slowly so that they can all hear the sounds. I'm sure that the students appreciate that because they have been learning pretty well. So some of the things that I did like about her class is that she's very organized. Her classroom is very neat. Her walls are neat. She has student work, up-to-date student work, so that whenever a parent or somebody wants to come in, they're able to see their progress. So for my second hour, I observed Miss Carroll's first grade class. I went to observe her during social science lecture. The lesson that I remember the most was when they learned about the different jobs in the community. So they watched the Berenstain Bears on the carpet. That episode was about the different community jobs. So after watching the episode, she had her students, she asked her students what they learned, so what jobs they heard them talking about. After that, she had her students discuss it with each other. So she said she would have a different clap to get them engaged into talking with their partner, and she would have them do that for a few seconds, and then she would have a little bell on her shirt that she would ring, and then that would get her students' attention to get back to her. After that, they created a tree map, and they were able to write. So when she sent them back to her desk, they were able to write a couple sentences on community jobs and draw a picture, and they were really engaged. So what I liked about her class is that she has decorated in one theme. So her class theme was superhero. So after that, her class, for everything, it's superhero. She has superhero trophies for the table that has been doing the best. And then, and some of the things that I liked about her style of teaching is that her students listen when she asked them to stop talking. So she had great classroom management. So, and she also had fun activities when they behaved. She had prizes. So they had a sticker chart, and if their sticker chart was full of stickers, they had a prize at the end. And for my participation part of the observation hours, I worked with students one-on-one and helped them on their basic skills on math and ELA. These are the students that are really low in their class and are being looked at for possible RSP or special education. A lot of the students that I worked with have had trouble in their homes, broken homes. Some of them don't even have homes. They live in cars. They don't have support from their families, or some don't even get to have a full meal at home. It's really sad to hear this because these kids are so young, and they have a lot of potential to succeed in school and in their future, but they really need the support. And to conclude, I enjoyed working with these students because they have helped me become a better person. They have helped me get ideas on how I would teach my future students, and it was great. I enjoyed it. Thank you.